be okay. So I think we are live at the moment on YouTube, and we're live on Instagram as well. So hopefully it will be okay. You can maybe hear some noise in the background. Hopefully you cannot, and it probably will stop in a few minutes. So fingers crossed, everything is okay. So I'm going to share the screen, and you can see here that I'm using FaceTime also for my video. So the picture is a little bigger and this is better. So if you're on Instagram, you can join on the YouTube channel and you can see what I'm talking about. And today I'm going to look at the vocabulary in relation to fashion. And I think there's one image on the Zoom, on the FaceTime, and I hope there's not a second image. So just to double check, I'm going to look at the YouTube channel. And I think there's two images. So I'm going to try and stop this camera and see what happens. And let me see if that has a big impact on the class. I'm not sure. So hopefully now you can just see one video and that will be a big difference or a big improvement. So we'll begin. I think it's a little better compared to yesterday, and hopefully every day we'll have a little improvement and we'll try to make it a lot easier and better. Okay, so we're going to look at the fashion topic, and I'm just going to have a little sweet here. Excuse me, not very professional, but it's delicious. Okay, so I'm going to look at the topic here, and again, I'm just going to focus on the key vocabulary and not the grammar, not the pronunciation, just the key vocabulary. So it's from the magazine Vogue, and the SS22 Fashion East show had some viral moments. So that's the topic of the class. And you can see in the picture here, it's an incredible design, incredible costume, and we'll just focus on the vocabulary, I suppose. Okay, so I'll just make the text a little bigger also so you can see it very, very clearly. And I'm going to use the color also for the class just to underline the vocabulary. Okay, so the first word here is notoriously. This is an adverb because you have the ly at the end. But the word notorious is a very good adjective, and we use it in lots of different situations. And it means well known and maybe famous. It's a synonym for maybe famous, maybe not for the best reason, maybe for a negative reason. But if something is notorious, I think in other languages it's the same. And here it's quite advanced. So that's a very important word you can use, not just in fashion, but in other situations and other topics as well. Showcase is very, very important. Again, it is related to fashion, but you can use it in other topics as well. So there is a verb in English to showcase, and I'll just put it here in the screen, to showcase. And basically it means to show. It's practically the same to show or maybe to exhibit. So if you showcase your product, you showcase your material, you showcase your portfolio, basically it's the same as to show or to exhibit. And again, I'll make the screen a little bigger here on the text so you can see everything a little bit clearer. Excuse me, but it is really delicious. And we also say to showcase your talent. And that basically means the same, to exhibit or to show your talent. Okay, again, it's related to fashion, but you can use it in other situations as well. And the next word is very general, but very advanced. And you can see here, I'm going to show you again, excuse me, I'm going to show you the word. It's to descend on. And you can see here, this is a very advanced way, a very fluent way to say to arrive. So a lot of people descended on the stadium. A lot of people descended in the concert hall, and basically it means a lot of people attended or a lot of people joined the conference hall. I'm just going to switch. I'm going to turn off the noise because I think I hope it's not disturbing you. But 1 second, and I'll just turn off the noise. It's the drying machine, so hopefully That's a bit better, I think. So descended on means to arrive. If a lot of people descend on the airport, a lot of people descend on the stadium, that means that they arrived and they came to the stadium. So it's very, very advanced. You can use it in other situations. It's not just for fashion. You can use it in lots of situations. And here it means that the guests came, the guests arrived, and we have another word that we can use here. We can say they flocked to the stadium. And this means that they came to the stadium like the birds. So flocked is very specific for birds. And if they flock to the stadium or they flock to the place, this means that they came and they arrived in a large number. And descended on is very similar. So really, really good vocabulary. And I'm just going to move this across. Okay. Great. The next one is very general as well and very advanced. So it's general English, not really specific for fashion at the moment, but this is very, very important because the verb is to witness, and the significance basically is to see something happening. So if you witness the incident, you witness the crash, you witness the problem, basically it means that you see and you are present for the problem, and you are the person who has the experience, who witnessed the problem. So that's very general English. Again, not specific for fashion, but it's very advanced and very, very good quality. So it's very interesting here. This is an advanced sentence to say the guests arrived to watch, to see the work. Okay, so it's just a little bit more advanced way to create your sentence. And that's very important when you learn English, because you need a lot of synonyms and a lot of vocabulary to create your sentences better. The next word is, again, used in every topic. You can use this word in every situation, and it's very, very advanced. The adjective is fledgling, and basically it means at the beginning, at the start of your career, at the start of your life or your career or your journey, you're a fledgling talent. So it's a celebrity, a creative person who is maybe at the beginning of the career. That's the significance of a fledgling talent. Very, very advanced, very good quality. And here it's very interesting as well. The next word is, again, general. Here we have 5 or 6 words we can use in every topic. Yes, today is fashion, but at the moment we have 5 or 6 words just general we can use in every situation. And this word to unveil is very interesting because you will remember the veil for the cover for a face. When you get married, the lady or the woman has the veil and then she lifts the veil. So the verb to unveil basically is to show your face. So if you unveil something, that means it's a metaphor in other situations, not just a face, but you can use it in other situations basically to show the product. So you're preparing a product, and at the end of the product, you unveil the product, and that means to show the product. So it's very, very interesting vocabulary. And here she unveiled the presentation within the space. So again, very advanced, very good quality. And yes, this article is related to fashion, but we have 5 or 6 words that are very, very important for advanced English. Okay. The next word is a runway. So this is more typical for the airport. When you're in the airport, you have the runway, and that is the piece of road that the airplane uses. That's the runway. But also in fashion, you can say the runway is the place where the people walk, the models walk on the runway. There is a second significance here. We can say a catwalk. So a catwalk and a runway are the 2 specific words we use in fashion related to the place where the models walk. Okay, so that's the catwalk and the runway. So here it's very specific. As per, this is a little word in English, but it is very advanced and very fluent. It's more sophisticated way to say in relation to, as per. So as per this football match, or as per last weekend, basically it means the same as. So like last weekend, like this football match, as per last weekend. So very, very advanced little structure there, very fluent, very small, but it will represent a very good level of English. So really interesting. Okay, and that's the first paragraph. So maybe 6, 7 words. The majority are you can use in every situation, but maybe we also had 1 or 2 words related to fashion in particular. So a very, very interesting paragraph, and you can take notes as well. So now I move to the second paragraph, and here we can see another picture, a beautiful model, a beautiful fashion picture, interesting shoes, interesting bag, and an interesting swimsuit. So really cool picture, and a very good, definitely a fashion type of picture. Okay, so here we can see just one. I'm going to continue with the vocabulary, and below the picture we can see spike, we can see knit and fabric. Okay, so I will underline the words first, and then I will explain a little bit better. So we have clutched for pronunciation, very interesting word. Spun is important also. Bursting, and meme. I always have a problem with this word, meme. Okay, so the meme is like the little joke or the little 3-second video on TikTok, and that's important vocabulary as well. Vibe, permeated is very difficult as well. Puffy, heels, kitsch, swimming caps, cut out, one pieces, and rubber ring like props. It drew whoops. Okay, very, very interesting. From the cinema room where the fashionista designers' loved ones had gathered to take in the action. Okay, so a very interesting paragraph, very fluent, very advanced. And we have a few expressions that are very important. So I'm just going to highlight the first one. So clutch is a very, very interesting word because it's a verb, to clutch, and basically it's similar to grab. So if you clutch something, you grab. We have an expression in English, clutching at straws. Straw is the food in the field that the horse eats, like hay. So to clutch at the straw means that you have no real idea about what you're doing. You're just guessing. It's almost like to guess. You're clutching at straws. You have no argument. You have a very weak argument. It's not strong. You're clutching at straws. Almost desperation. That's a very famous expression, to clutch at straws. That's the first significance, or the first context. The second situation is in the car. When you're driving the car, you have the pedal and you have the you have the accelerator on, the accelerator on the right, so the 3 pedals, accelerator on the right, you have the brake in the middle, and you have the clutch on the left. So the clutch is the pedal in the car. That's the second significance. And then the third significance probably is to grab. Okay, similar to the first significance, to clutch is to grab. And here in fashion, when you have your bag, you clutch your bag, and it's an expression to hold your bag. That's the third expression. The fourth expression is very, very informal. I think it's very typical in the United States. If something is a clutch moment, I think the significance is a very important moment, a decisive moment. So if you have a clutch moment, it's very informal, and it's in the United States more. And I think it means that it's a very important, a very decisive moment. That's a clutch moment. So they're the 4 uses of that little word clutch. And in this situation, the final model clutched an enormous lemon yellow squidgy. This is another interesting word. Squidgy. So this, I'm going to show the line because I forgot to identify this word at the beginning. So squidgy is very, very specific. and it's related to the swimming pool or the kitchen or when the floor is wet and the floor is very, in English we say tiles. When you have tiles on the floor or in the swimming pool area and you need the brush, the specific brush to clear the water is a squidgy. Okay, that's a substantive, a noun. It's like a brush. It's a typical brush, a squidgy. That's the first significance. The second significance is an adjective, similar context, but so this is very advanced vocabulary, very fluent. It's very typical word. So the adjective squidgy is like a sponge. It's the sensation of a sponge. So if the jacket is very squidgy or the bag is very squidgy, it's almost like a sponge. So that's very interesting. The two contexts, the first is the swimming pool, the brush to clear the water, and the second is the adjective, like soft. Really advanced, very, very good quality. The next word is spun. So this is related to the verb to spin. Okay, so most people remember the verb to spin, this verb, and the past is spun, and it's related to the washing machine as well, or the drying machine. So you have a spin, but the verb in the past, I think, is spun. Okay, and in this context, it's very, very advanced, and it's a little difficult to understand, but it's really, really fluent. So if you look at the sentence, the final model clutched an enormous lemon yellow squidgy shoulder bag spun from. That's very, very difficult. The best example is related to the series Breaking Bad. You remember the series Breaking Bad, and from Breaking Bad you had another series related, so it originated from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. So Better Call Saul spun from Breaking Bad. That's the significance. It came from, and in this sentence, it's exactly the same. So it originated from, it came from. Lowe, Chet Lowe is the name. And also we have another word here, gargantuan. Gargantuan, I think, means enormous, like gigantic. I need to double check, but gargantuan is another very advanced word you can see in the text. Bursting with potential. So bursting is a very important word, very general. The significance is almost to explode. So if the balloon bursts or the bubble bursts, that means explodes, but it's very typical in another situation. For example, when you are desperate to go to the toilet, you really need the bathroom. If you do not go, you will burst, you will explode. So in English, we say, I am bursting to go to the toilet. And that means I really need to go to the toilet. Okay, I really need to go to the bathroom. Very famous, very, very typical. I am bursting to go to the bathroom. Number 2 is with emotion. If you're very, very happy and you're very proud, you can say, I'm bursting with happiness. I'm bursting with joy. That's very famous as well. And here in this sentence, it's bursting, it's ready to explode, bursting with potential. Very interesting, very advanced, very fluent, very good quality English. Okay, so this is the difference between intermediate, general, and a little bit more fluent, a little bit more advanced English. Okay. A vibe is like sensation. You have, what is your vibe? What is your sensation? What is your emotion? What is your vibe? Very famous in TikTok, very famous in social media. You're vibing means you're having a good time as well. Permeated, I think, means to cover all. So if you permeate the room, I think it's a little advanced. It means to cover everything. And in this situation, an aquatic vibe, so the atmosphere of water covered all the connection. The next word is puffy, and it's quite good and quite advanced. And I'm going to just puffy is an adjective, and the first example is a puffy jacket, okay, or a puffy pillow. can say to puff up pillow. Sorry, well, yes, you can say to puff the pillow. And basically, the pillow, when you're sleeping in bed, you have the pillow. And when you want to make the pillow fresh, you have to do this action. You have to hit the pillow to make it fresh. That's to puff up the pillow. Okay. A jacket, a puffy jacket, is the same concept with the feather. Feather with the birds have the feather. And when you have a puffy jacket, it's the type of jacket which is very, very big and it has a lot of feathers, a lot of content, cushions. That's a puffy jacket. Okay. And here, puffy heels. Heel is part of the shoe. The back part of the shoe is the heel. So it's an adjective. I don't know. Maybe it's very specific for fashion. A puffy heel is a specific type of heel. But puffy is a very good adjective for your jacket, for the pillow. The next word, I've heard it before, kitsch, but I probably need to get the translation here because I'm not really sure of the meaning. And you can see here the kitsch meaning. I'll just try and get the meaning here because it's something I have seen before. Okay. So the significance is not good, a bit strange, maybe not fashion, not a good, almost ugly. I think that's my interpretation. Almost ugly, not trendy, not cool, a bad decision. The kitsch swimming caps, a bit tacky. In English, we can say tacky, or maybe in a movie you can say cheesy. But in fashion, they say kitsch, and I think that maybe is very specifically related to fashion. Okay. Here we have the verb to cut out. So if you cut out in the newspaper, you see a picture and you cut out the picture, but it's also an adjective, or sorry, a noun. Here it's an adjective. So cut out one piece, basically it's removed. Okay. But there's a second significance with cut out as the phrasal verb. There's two significances. The first significance is behavior, or the typical behavior of the child. If the child or the adult is behaving badly, in English we say cut out the behavior, and this means to stop the behavior. Cut out talking, cut out smoking. Basically, it means to stop. Okay, very famous, very fluent, very good example of a phrasal verb. The second significance is a little difficult, and it means you are not made to do this action. So you are not cut out to be a pianist. So if you are not cut out to be a pianist, you are not made. It's very, very difficult for you to be a pianist, for example. That's the second significance, to be an artist, for example. There is another one. It's in my mind. I'm trying to think. So cut out smoking, you are not cut out. And the third significance is typical in traveling and typical with the car. So if you're driving the car and the car suddenly cuts out, the car stops. So it's related to the first significance, to cut out smoking, cut out talking, cut out sugar from your diet, and the car cut out. That means that the car stopped. Very good example of phrasal verb, and a very good example of the difficulty of English. And there's a very, very good example. The next one, a prop, is an item, a thing you use maybe in your class. I'm a teacher, so in my class I have a prop. And for example, this pen is a prop. It's a thing I use in my class. But in relation to movies, a prop is the object that you use in a movie. Okay, for example, a hat, that's a prop. A table, you have lots of props. The prop is the thing you use in a movie. And in this situation, it's the thing they use in the fashion show just as decoration or as a tool. Okay, the next expression is very advanced and very, very good. So here you can see drew and whoops. Really interesting vocabulary. So drew is related to the verb to draw, when you draw a picture, you draw a painting. In the past, it's irregular, draw and drew, okay? But the second significance for draw is to attract or extract. So for example, if you draw attention, you attract attention, okay? Very, very important to draw attention, to attract attention. In the table, you have the drawer. The drawer is the object that you pull or that you extract from the table. That's a drawer. Okay, so really good vocabulary. And to draw is to attract or extract. And also in sport or a competition or a lottery, you have a draw, or you make a draw. And to make the draw is when you take the name of the team or you take the name of the person from the group. That's a draw because you extract. Okay. In relation to money, you can withdraw. So to withdraw money is to take money. Okay. And in this situation, it's interesting because a whoop is like a shout. When people scream, people shout, they whoop. It's like, yeah, they celebrate, they whoop. So this object draws shouts. So basically it attracted shouts or screams. And that's a very, very advanced sentence, very fluent, very, very good example of very fluent English. The quality in this article is very good, very advanced, and it's very interesting. Okay. The next expression is a noun. So basically, loved ones is an expression, and it means the people that you love. Okay, so I want to talk to my loved ones. I need to see my loved ones. I need to meet my loved ones. And the significance is you need to meet the people that you love, the people that you care. You need to speak, you need to see them. So in this situation, it's the place, the location. The cinema room is the location where the designers, here we have the possession, it's grammar, but where the people, the loved ones, the family, the friends. The next verb is to gather, and it's very important as well. To gather is to join, okay, or to collect or to meet. Very advanced, very, very important. So for example, to gather my things, I'm in the office and I have my pen, my book, my telephone. I want to gather my things. That means to collect my things, okay? It's possible with your thoughts. You have a very busy day. You have a very busy day. You're meeting a lot of people. You're talking to a lot of people. At the end of the day, you want time to relax, to think about everything. So you want time to gather your thoughts. That's very important also. The third significance is the family gathered, at 8 p.m. So in relation to meeting friends or family, to gather is to join or to meet. So the family gathered at 8 o'clock, the family gathered at 9 o'clock. The significance is the family meet and met in the past. Very, very important. So in this situation, the loved ones had gathered, had joined, and then the final expression is a phrasal verb to take in the action. Okay, very, very important phrasal verb. It looks very simple. It is, but it's very, very effective. So in a lecture, in school, in university, the student wants to take in the information, take in the lesson, take in the information. So it's similar to absorb. Okay. Very simple, very good quality to take in is to absorb. It's a phrasal verb, and that's a really good example as well. Here they take in the action, so they experience, they witness the action, they absorb the action. And we have an expression, we say it is a lot to take in. This means it is a lot of information to assimilate, to understand. Really good. That's the second paragraph, and I'll just clear the text and hopefully that will be okay. So that's the second or third paragraph, maybe one more. So here you can see another beautiful picture with very stylish and fashion fashionable clothes and designs and shoes and everything. Very cool. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so we'll do one more. This is the final paragraph. And again, more models. And this is HRH, a digital look. Okay, so that's digital photography. So the final paragraph, again, I will just identify the key vocabulary and try to show the important words. Counts is important. Okay, closed his show with a bang. That's a very colorful, very fluent expression. Expertly crafted, tailored pieces, very important for fashion and in general. Signature, vivid red, inspired by, okay. Went all in, very, very good expression, very general. You can use it in lots of situations. A finale piece, a jaw-dropping, excellent vocabulary again. Urchin-like, that's difficult. Wearable, difficult. Worn on the model's back, simple black separates that had Frau, I don't know, cheering. Okay, really, really good. So this is the final paragraph, and I'll just find my pen here. Okay, so the first sentence, Maximilian, who already counts Rihanna, Michael Cole, A$AP Rocky, and Dua Lipa as fans. So if I count you as my friend, I count you as my friend. The significance is I consider, I believe you are my friend. I believe you are my friend. I consider that you are my friend. And so I count you as my friend. Also, we can say I count on you. And that's very similar in Latin languages as well. If I count on you, the significance is I depend on you. Okay, so I count on you, I depend on you. The next sentence is to close the show with a bang, okay, or to close the class with a bang. A bang is like an explosion, okay? So if you finish the performance, you finish the show with a bang, the significance is you finish the show with a big, big, big moment, a very important, dramatic moment. Finish the weekend with a bang. Finish your holiday with a bang. Flexible, you can use it in lots of situations, and a really good, fluent English expression. Craft basically is to make. So if you craft something, you make something. You crafted this table, and it means maybe with your hands, okay? But there's an adjective for a person. If the person is very crafty, that means the person is very tricky. The opposite to honest, so maybe dishonest. If the person is very crafty, they're very maybe negative. Crafty is maybe dishonest. Okay. The next word is a tailor. Remember, a tailor is the person who makes your clothes the correct size, or who fits your jacket, fits your clothes, fits your suit. This is the tailor. It's the professional person who makes your clothes. Okay. But in relation to other situations, for example, this class today is tailored for fashion students. So that means it's prepared for, it's made for the same concept as the clothes. And in this situation, it's the same. So it's really good expression, really advanced, and very, very nice. Okay. The next expression is very fluent, very, very fluent. And basically the expression is to go all in. Probably the first significance is poker, or the game of cards. When you play cards and you have your money and you want to bet, you put all your money in. So the preposition in is important. If you put all your money in, the significance is you go all in. And that means everything is depending on this game. Everything is depending on this situation. So if you go all in, you commit 100%. So really simple, very fluent, very, very good, advanced, fluent expression to go all in. And here Maximilian went all in. So he put his reputation in this product. Okay, so to go all in. Jaw dropping, again, is very, very good, really good. general. You can use it in lots of situations. It's an adjective, jaw dropping, okay? Because jaw is this part of the body, the face. This part of the face is the jaw. Okay, that's your jaw. And remember the movie Jaws with the shark? Because the shark has the big mouth. So the movie Jaws, so this is your jaw. And drop is this action. So if your jaw drops, it's because something fantastic happened, something amazing happened. So it's like, wow, your jaw drops. That's the adjective, jaw dropping. A jaw dropping performance, a jaw dropping jacket. So something that's like, wow, it's amazing. Okay, very, very good vocabulary. Urchin. I don't know this word exactly. I don't know exactly this word. I'm just going to look at that screen. So I want to check that YouTube is working okay. I think we're okay. So far, so good. That's a famous expression. So far, so good. And that means until this moment, it seems good. And I hope the connection is okay. Urchin. So this word for me, I know it's important. I'm thinking an animal, maybe a type of an animal, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to check just for clarity. So an urchin. Well, here I think they said a young child. An urchin. Here we go. Hedgehog. Okay, yeah, a young person. So an urchin is maybe a young person and maybe with no food, no money, maybe very poor, very homeless, I think. And that's the significance. Urchin, like wearable artwork. So wearable is an interesting adjective because the verb is to wear. And here we have the suffix able, or able, no problem. So wearable means it's you have the ability, you are able to wear the jacket or the art, because sometimes the art is impossible to wear because it's just not appropriate to walk on the street. For example, Kim Kardashian's black costume, it's not really wearable because it's very difficult to wear it on the street. However, on TikTok, we have seen a lot of people wear that funny costume. Or well, maybe not funny, but anyway, people think it's beautiful, I'm sure. But that's the word wearable. It's you have the ability to wear this product, okay? And then cheering is no problem as well. That's very intermediate, very general. The verb is to cheer, and that means to celebrate or to shout or to scream. And in this situation, it's cheering. Okay, good. So I'm very, very happy because that article is very interesting. Yes, it's dedicated to fashion, but also it is full of vocabulary you can use in every situation. It's very advanced, very fluent, very, very good quality. So when you're writing in English, you should try to use, experiment with these types of structures because English can be very general, but the better students have the ability to produce a little bit more fluent English. And that's a very good example in the article of very fluent English. Great. So today was fashion. I think yesterday we did travel and food this week, and we'll try every day to do, or when we can, to do different topics and to explain some contexts in relation to vocabulary. So we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and I hope you can follow each other. So if you're on Instagram, you can follow YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, you can follow Instagram. And we have TikTok, we have Facebook. So you're welcome to join all the social media. We also have classes. So we are organizing very, very good classes with really good teachers. And you are welcome to join a class with a very good teacher and other people. We have different levels, different times. So there are classes in the morning, classes in the evening, classes at the weekend, classes for different levels and different topics, exams, general English, conversation. So that's the idea, that's my purpose, that's my intention, to create classes with very, very good teachers. At the moment, we have a teacher from England, a teacher from America, and we have lots of possibilities. So that's great. if you want, for this class, if you want to make a little donation, you are welcome. I will put the information here on the screen. So here you can see, if you want to make a small support or a small tip or a small donation, you're welcome. And here you can see the information for Revolut, Bizum, or the bank. That's a possibility if you want. Great, so that's it. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a very good day. I hope the connection was okay. I think Instagram is better for the connection, but sometimes on YouTube and Zoom, when you connect Zoom to YouTube, it's a little difficult for the connection. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and I hope you can review the vocabulary, review the expressions, and leave a comment with your opinion. If you're happy, if you think it's good, or etc. If you want a topic, just leave a comment. Super. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and talk to you soon.